This week I'll show you why I like masking tape instead of chalk to mark my keys to show me where to voice or where to file hammers. The main reason I use masking tape is because chalk is dirty, hard to get off sometimes, and it's just not as clear and precise as using masking tape and a pencil. Before I go and file the hammers, I try to lift the strings and level the strings from on top. Mating hammers to strings, I like to use masking tape. All I have is this wide masking tape now, but I put it down across the key upstop rail, and I'll press that down there. On this note here, I'm going to have to take some felt off the hammer on the left and center. This one here is the center. Over here it's the center and right. And so the way I would do that, for instance, the center, come over here and look at this. I would just take some off the center by putting my thumbnail over that left string cut, because I don't want to take any off there, and then I would take some off with a slight angle. So that's how I would take the center off. The left and right is easy because I just kind of tilt it from the left and center, and I can take some off there. And usually I would go in this motion and take a little off there. And of course, the center and right, I could just put my thumbnail over it again and go over and take those string cuts out. And that's really what you want to do. So I've marked this whole thing, and I can go through and do it all right now. Now this is my second time through, and you see I've circled some and I've scratched some off. The circles are really the ones I'm going to put it back in. I'm going to pull it out, and I'm going to file those, and then when I'm through I'll put it back in and go through one more time. So I go through 3 times, and usually by the 3rd time everything is mated pretty well. One thing I like to do with concert pianists, or really fine pianists anywhere, is I'll take a piece of masking tape, put it on the front here, right, the key slip is off, put it right in front there, all the way. Don't press it down really hard though. Now, just a couple places, press it down. Have the pianist come and mark where the keys are too loud, too soft, or any problems that they have. And that's one of the beauties of masking tape. You can actually write notes on there, or you can write different things. But remember, first of all, mark middle C on here, because we're going to move this onto the key upstop rail. As we were working on this piano, the artist said, I want this note here a little bit stronger. Remember, a plus means do something, make it louder or stronger. And then this one was a little too strong. Minus is the command to go down, knock it down a little bit. Those 3 or 4 notes right there. And remember to mark middle C so that you can put the tape on top. And then there's some other little things you can add. Now we're going to carefully take this off. If you don't press it down very hard, it will come right off. Now I can put middle C right over middle C, the mark that I put here. And I can put the rest of this down. It's going to be accurate. And I can go through and take care of the commands that the person wrote for me. And we can do this several times with several artists. Now I can go through and needle the hammers, do some things to it, then I'll put it back in and see how it sounds, bring it out, back in and out, listen to it with my ears, which are technically trained, not as much as a pianist maybe, but I can hear things. And so that gives me a good way to communicate with the artist and make changes in the sound that they want.